Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back for a spot of royalty. Giving the low down. Lindsay Lohan and Sharon Osbourne offers a stark warning to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle about private life. We're also going to cover, will Meghan Markle and Harry be the darlings of every red carpet in the near future? Lindsay Lohan and Sharon Osbourne have warned Prince Harry and Meghan Markle about living in LA after they've stepped down as senior royals. Lindsay Lohan, 33, very famous, had a very famous crash after being a huge and promising child actress. She said the couple has made a big mistake if they were hoping to have more privacy across the pond. The Mean Girls star expressed her shock about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's move during an interview on Andy Cohen's Sirius XM show. Love Andy Cohen. She said they picked the wrong city if they're wishing to escape the glare and the paparazzi. The former It Girl said, I mean, unless they own a different private beach, right? Andy asked for Lindsay's opinions on the reports Harry, 35, and Meghan, allegedly 38, are house hunting in the celeb hotspot of Malibu. That's Lindsay. Lindsay said, you can't go to those beaches you can't even surf out far enough. It's just really hard to do anything publicly. The timing right now, luckily, is everyone is more at home during the lockdown. But once that's over, just get drivers. Previously, Harry said during a sent to bail speech that he's hoping to take a step forward into what I hope can be a more peaceful life. I think Harry and Meghan are at odds. Harry was hoping to take a step into what could be a more peaceful life. Meghan clearly, I think she wants to be photographed every time she steps foot outside the door. If she walks the door right in front of her, in front of the house, if she takes out the garbage, if she goes to get a sandwich, she wants to be papped. The Duke and Duchess are currently on lockdown in LA with their baby Archie, who we never see, after moving from a waterfront secluded mansion on Vancouver Island in Canada earlier this year. They complained bitterly about all the paparazzi staking them out, and there were no paparazzi photos in Vancouver except the staged walk of Archie and the dogs, Nephilim Archie and the dogs. During the self-isolation period, the couple have reportedly signed up to volunteer with Project Angel Food. We saw pictures of that. We saw them delivering some of this food. Lindsay isn't the only celebrity to have expressed concerns at the couple's relocation, with Sharon Osbourne also warning it could be a nightmare. Speaking on the CBS show The Talk, Sharon said, quote, they actually moved to California. I don't know why. It's just so alien to me to think of the prince living here. If they were fed up with the press in the UK, they are really going to be fed up with the press living in LA. I just think it's so foreign. I'm kind of disappointed in a way that Harry would end up here in LA. She's disappointed. Sharon said she thought the couple would be better off in one of the state's quieter areas if they're seeking privacy. Quote, I hope they're going to move somewhere like Santa Barbara or something like that so they can have somewhat of a normal existence. That's about 60 miles north of, the beginning of the city of LA, which stretches for 100 miles north to south. But if they're going to live in LA right in the center, it's going to be a nightmare for them with the press and the paparazzi. They would have no life at all. Previously, Sharon told Piers Morgan that she wished the couple had stuck it out longer in their royal roles before stepping down. I'm very sad for Harry. For me, I don't think as a couple they gave it a really good shot. 18 months of marriage and trying to find your place within the Windsor family and within the public's eye, 18 months isn't enough. Good on you, Sharon. The second thing is we have some more predictions from Micah Meyer. Meghan and Harry will attend every red carpet event after life gets normal post-pandemic, says Micah Meyer. And she says Meghan will start picking up roles in Hollywood immediately following the end of the lockdown, which should be imminent. A royal expert has revealed that once the fight against the coronavirus, once the pandemic ends, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry will be seen in every red carpet. When life will be resumed, the Sussexes will say yes to many high-profile events. Will they become the darlings of Hollywood, as some predict? The etiquette expert said she believes the Suits actress will have her pick of roles, but claims that she will be selective. I think we'll see Meghan back in acting in terms of major motion films. I think she'll be choosy, of course, but I think we'll see a lot of them. I also think that we're going to see a lot of red carpets. You know, she's not had A-list roles before. She's probably over 40. She's very attractive. A lot of people hate when I say that, but I think she's a gorgeous woman. Quote, as soon as there are red carpets again, I genuinely think they will be on every major red carpet, she said during the Royally Obsessed podcast. I used to regularly listen to that. She thinks that Meghan will be choosing a role about trafficking, for example, where she's playing a role where part of the proceeds will get donated. We're going to see some really big things from her soon. I see her choosing really important roles where I think the movie has a purpose behind it. I don't think we'll see her just doing a shallow role. Get woke, go broke. All these woke films are failing hugely. And now the economy's turning down. I think the world is really about to change. Let's dig in. Will Meghan and Harry's paparazzi situation improve or worsen in LA? This is a big pap shot. A lot of people are, and this is in the UK, but this is right before, this is their last, essentially their last appearance in LA, in the UK, before, as senior royals. So, I mean, nobody knows the paparazzi situation better than Lindsay Lohan and Sharon Osbourne. Another person who would really know would be Robert Downey Jr. Boy, oh boy, did he get in a lot of trouble. Okay, but he's pulled it all together, and he's doing fantastic, and he's a fantastic actor. Lindsay Lohan never pulled it back together. So is Meghan and Harry's paparazzi situation going to improve or worsen with the LA move? Okay, because Harry said he would like to take a step forward into what I hope can be a more peaceful life. That doesn't seem like LA. Okay, Meghan Markle, on the other hand, she seems to want to be photographed every time she steps foot outside the door. I think she wants nothing more than constant paparazzi attention, and it's pretty clear that she seeks it out. At the one of the latest staged paparazzi shoots was the delivering food for Angel Food. That's staged paparazzi, Harry and Meghan. Before that was the walk in Vancouver with Nephilim Archie and the dogs. That's backgrid, staged paparazzi. So will their paparazzi situation get better or worse living in LA? These are interesting cards. I cleaned them. We'll see what they want to say. Because I think that Meghan and Harry are working at cross purposes. Because I think Meghan will, is going to tell Harry what he wants to hear, but that's not necessarily Meghan's goal of what she wants. So is it going to improve or get worse, the paparazzi situation? Four-leaf clover, Star of Bethlehem, a million stars in the sky, and this direction, olive tree. The foundation, the rooting is, these are like camera flashes, okay? Very opportunistically, they're going to be photographed all the time because of where they're living now, okay? And this is going to be constant, very opportunistic. Every time they set foot outside the door to take the trash out or to walk the dogs or to go get a sandwich or a coffee, they're going to be, the paparazzi bulbs are going to be flashing. Okay, so crossing is the Star of Bethlehem, which is photography, flashes. Mercury, electronic media and communications. Mustard seed, messages, new stories, constant new stories on the mind. Outcome, transformation, water into wine, roses and fox. very cleverly transforming their rooted situation. So this spread is saying that this is what they want, okay? Far from what Harry says, you know, let's take a step, I would like to step forward into a more peaceful life. What they actually want, obviously, by moving here is more attention. Constant, you know, four-leaf clover is very opportunistic. You have to get the shot, and if you blink, it's gone, okay? She's taking out the trash, and then she looks and flashes a smile, and you have to get that smile, you know, wearing her sweatpants and her $3,000 tennis shoes, you know. So that's actually what they're looking for. They're looking for this much more public life. That is definitely, you know, I mean, we can all see that that's what Meghan is looking for. I actually don't think that that's what Harry is looking for. Is Harry going to stay, okay, and along those lines, is Harry going to stay in LA longer than 6 months? Okay, he cannot get a green card. If he tries to get a green card or begins the immigration process, he has to renounce his royal titles. Okay, that's a really big deal. He can never go back from that. The only caveat to that is a diplomatic visa, which he really no longer qualifies for. He would get political immunity, police immunity, but he just simply doesn't qualify for that because he's leaving the royal family if he's going to stay here in LA. So this looks to me like it's just for Meghan, and it is specifically to seek out paparazzi attention, okay, rather than retreat from it. So will Harry stay in LA longer than 6 months? You know, this is kind of, yeah. Executioner. There's the devil and the executioner. All right, will Harry stay longer than 6 months? A year? Because he's not able, without immigrating, without getting a green card, without making it official and assuming this crazy tax situation, you know, he's going to switch to the American tax system and California taxes, which are the highest in the country. And they have all kinds of, I'm a CPA, and I do some taxes. They have all kinds of things that they've set up over 100 years to shelter their wealth from taxation in England. Okay, all of these things would need to be retooled for the American tax system, and that's not an easy thing. You've had many brilliant minds, tax attorneys, working on that for years and years and years and setting up these systems, and oh man, that's not easy to do. And I know the nuts and bolts of that. That's a big deal. Just that alone is a really big deal. So is Harry going to stay longer than 6 months? We have the devil. Devil is stuck in a trap. You know, here on this card, you're walking down. The further you walk down, the more trapped you become. So it's a trap. For him to live there is a trap. Three blackbirds doing and talking. Executioner, very organized. 24-27 cross. Cross is the permanent marriage or burdens. Is he going to stay there longer than 6 months? Okay, red is generally positive. You read positive cards positively. You read negative cards negatively. On the surface, this is a very incredibly negative spread. It's completely dark. Okay, there's no light cards here. There's no hearts or diamonds. It's just spades and clubs. Clubs are heavy. Spades are reverse, often reverse the energy. Okay, they're negative. They're taking away the energy. So all of the positivity and energy is immediately sucked out. You can just see it, and it's right on the surface. Okay, and then the devil comes to kill and destroy. And the executioner cuts. So is he going to stay longer than 6 months? Cut. You know, by law, he can't stay longer than 6 months. So his activities are limited to 6 months, and this is bedeviling. That's one way to read this, in the marriage. This is bedeviling for the marriage. This can also be an attorney and this could be going through a very acrimonious divorce. That's another way to say it. Either way you read this, just the surface of it, and this is what's on the surface, this is what's underneath. He's not going to be staying more than 6 months. He can't stay more than 6 months. So that's the short answer. And the long answer, it looks like this is a very acrimonious divorce, or this whole situation, the devil is in this whole situation. It's nothing good about this for Harry. It's all bad. Everything about this situation, moving to LA, is bad for Harry. That's another way to read this. Underneath we have woman, fence sitter, and broken chalice. The woman separating, reacting to circumstances, separating, 7 and 12, 19, 5 clubs, going in a different direction. So under the surface, the woman, Meghan, is separating and divorcing from Harry. So a good way to read what's on the surface is this is a very acrimonious divorce. And no, of course he can't stay longer than 6 months, because this is Meghan's exit plan. Meghan is going to LA. Harry's not going to LA. That's what we're seeing. Okay, and we keep seeing that. So we have the brilliant Micah Meyer making more predictions. And she says that Meghan and Harry are going to be seen at all of the red carpet events. And essentially what she's saying is they're going to be the darlings, the new darlings of Hollywood. And that's entirely possible. That's entirely possible. And that's one view of it. So let's look at Meghan. Meghan's here, Harry's here. Let's look at Meghan and Harry separately. Maybe it might be that Meghan will be the new darling of Hollywood without Harry, or it might be that they are showing up together. I think that the source of Meghan's celebrity is Harry and the royal je ne sais quoi. Okay, so Harry, because Harry's a royal, because she became the Duchess of Sussex, that is what is so appealing about Meghan. And maybe without Harry, she doesn't have nearly as much appeal. So let's look at Meghan and Harry. That's an interesting spread. I've been tending to throw 2 more. Let's see what those say. Okay. Are we going to be seeing Meghan and Harry at all these red carpet events? Red carpet events. They're just going to be the darlings of Hollywood. The new darling. You know, lockdown ends. They're going to restart the red carpets. They're going to start talking about all their social justice issues again and how everybody's so terrible and they're so great. And perfect. That's all of the woke speak that comes out of Meghan's mouth all the time and has been coming out of Harry's mouth. And what happens? What has happened is Harry's popularity, the most popular royal, plummeted to, scrape him off the floor, and try to get some more public love for Harry now. Okay, so will Meghan be attending all the red carpets? The new darling. Karmic relationship, committed to the relationship, connected to the relationship, and cutting the relationship. 9, 3 hearts, very sweet, appearing in public. She is going to be going to these. We've got 2 clubs. Okay, she's going to be going to these. There's going to be some relationship. It's not going to be spectacular. She's going to go to some red carpets, make appearances at some red carpets, but maybe without Harry. We have the straight razor. Okay, the straight razor is specifically cutting. Okay, so she may go solo without Harry. And we've seen this in the past. She goes to these things, like these fashion things and women's the Women's Day thing. She made appearances very famously there. And then she made an appearance with Harry and called him a gate crasher, which was a really bad idea. And they were on palace grounds, and I think that she was banned from palace grounds without a royal minder, and that was Harry, and she called him a gate crasher. So, will we be seeing Harry at all of the red carpets, as Micah Meyer says? Hamster wheel. Hamster wheel's a long trip or far away. Magi and big change. 23, 6 clubs, 6 clubs. The rooted situation. I would interpret this as saying Harry's going to fly in on his private jet, his carbon neutral private jet from overseas. 10 clubs is specifically the overseas cards during this time of tremendous change for them. And to 6 clubs continue the illusion that they are together. So I think initially he's going to be, I see them living separately. Okay, it's impossible for Harry to live in LA. It's impossible. This is her exit plan. So Harry is somewhere else. And I think he's in Europe, and I think he's either in Africa or Europe, and he's in, or the UK. The UK is part of Europe. But he's going to fly in, and it's going to appear that they're still married, okay, initially. And that's what's going to happen. So primarily, we're going to start seeing Meghan appear separately, but in the beginning, to keep up the illusion, Magi, to keep up the illusion, okay, and I think Magi, in this sense, is a master of illusion. He's a king. He's not a jack, he's not a queen, he's a king, which is the master of illusion. So he's going to keep up that illusion by flying from overseas during the transition period until they're ready to announce, yeah, we're divorcing, okay. Underneath the surface, Jacob's ladder, step by step, direct action, step by 18, 5 diamonds twice. They are carrying out a step-by-step plan. And that step-by-step plan, I would say, is this is Meghan's exit, this is the divorce. And the extra 2 cards I threw are Inheritance and Hightower, separated from the royal family. Officially separated from the royal family, 19 5 clubs, and taking a different direction. So, yeah, that's what I see. So Meghan is initially they're going to be appearing together, so it appears that they are still a couple. And then we're going to see Meghan attending some, not spectacularly, not the darling of Hollywood, because these Hollywood people are really brilliant. You don't make millions of dollars by being a dummy. Okay, you might have weird political views, and you might be involved in satanic practices, but these people are not dummies. Okay, and they might drink all kinds of weird smoothies and shakes, which some of those things are pretty tasty, but they're not dummies. Okay, so will Meghan Markle have her pick of acting roles? Okay, Micah Meyer, she says Meghan's going to take off like a rocket. She's going to be at all the shows. She's going to have her pick of all of her acting topics, and in particular, Micah Meyer loves the woke roles, the roles with a message, where we're empowering people who are allegedly oppressed, okay, but making millions of dollars being oppressed. Okay, so is Meghan going to have her pick of acting roles, post-lockdown? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, dear. Are we going to see Meghan have her pick of acting roles? 19, 22, 6 diamonds, hand in hand. Angel, Scourge, and City. Her perfect, okay, an angel is completely innocent. Her perfect image is going to be attacked in the public, in front of all the people. Her perfect image is going to be under attack in the world. That's what it's saying. Okay, so is she going to have her pick of acting roles? Well, her image is about to go under serious attack. We know that she's going through these these ill-advised lawsuits against the media. And what is the media doing? The media is reporting the news, okay, and it's their job. And you can't sue them for reporting the news if you don't like the news. Make different news. Okay, what's underneath? Scapegoat, player, and home. Actor, actress, or public image. Cast out, and home. Is she going to have her pick of roles? Cast out of the Hollywood clan, the home. You know, you become successful in life by associating with the right people. That's very important. You know, the Magi crew here, we have the tribe. You guys are great, okay? And there's synergy there, okay? The same for Meghan in Hollywood. Meghan is, she's associating with very high people, A-list people. George Clooney is helping her to get roles. We have her talking to what's her name? Angelina Jolie. These are very highly placed people. She's getting cast out of that in the acting role. 12 and 11, 23, 6 clubs. So she's the new kid, okay? Player is also, Jacks are juveniles, they're the new guy. Player has a lot of money, and they're the new man or woman on the scene. A Jack is either or neither male or female. Okay, so can definitely be a female, can definitely be a male. Either one. It's sexless. Okay, so as the new person, she's not really fitting in to the Hollywood thing. She's not really fitting in. Okay, she's not really fitting in. Okay, so will Meghan Markle have her pick of roles? This is a very interesting answer. Her reputation is going to come under some serious attack. Okay, this is right after the lockdown ends. Her reputation is coming under attack. You know, she's not perfect. You know, the scourge, it just keeps attacking her reputation in the world. And because of this, she's kind of a bit, you know, 8 spades is cast out. The scapegoat, the high priest lays his hands on the scapegoat, and you send the scapegoat outside of the community, okay, with all the sins. She's cast out of the Hollywood community. She's not somebody that they love to associate with because of her bad reputation, because her reputation is under attack. So in the immediate time following the end of the lockdown, Meghan is not going to be having, you know, just the world at her feet and all the roles she can possibly pick this one, pick that one, and I just want to choose the woke ones because I'm Meghan. That's not going to happen. Her reputation is coming under attack, and because of that, reputation is very important. And because of that, there's going to be people who are like, oh, I don't know if I should associate with Meghan right now. But it's like Robert Downey Jr. Okay, he had a really bad time of it. He was on drugs, he crashed a car, I don't know what all happened. And then he came back. He cleaned it up, and he came back, and now everybody loves Robert Downey Jr. I love Robert Downey Jr. That man is clearly brilliant. You know, staggeringly brilliant. When he speaks, I love to listen to him speak because he's just so intelligent. I love it. Okay, so let's review. And he's a good actor. Meghan and Harry. Is it going to get much better or much worse? Paparazzi. This spread, very interestingly, says it's all about paparazzi attention. This move is about getting constant paparazzi attention. This is a calculated move to get maximum paparazzi attention at all times. And we know Meghan loves paparazzi. We know Meghan loves paparazzi attention. The lady doth protest too much. Is Harry going to stay longer than 6 months? And I asked this to see if there's divorce here. This says the woman's getting divorced, and this says no way. He just can't stay longer than 6 months. There's just absolutely no, it's all trouble and problems. There's no way he can stay in America longer than 6 months a year. And that means he simply can't live in LA. He cannot live in LA. So that means they're getting divorced. Are Meghan and Harry going to be the darlings of the red carpet? You know, right after the lockdown is over, we're going to see them everywhere. Well, we're going to see Meghan yes, we're going to see Meghan on these red carpets, making appearances, but it's not spectacular. And some of them, or maybe many of them, are going to be solo appearances. Harry, on the other hand, in the beginning, is going to be flying in to keep the illusion going. Okay, we're together, we're a happy family. Archie's doing great. He's doing trigonometry today and jumping jacks and burpees. So under the surface, we have a plan. They're actually carrying out a very direct and clear plan. It's all been agreed to. This is Meghan's exit plan. They're carrying it out. And there's a separation from the royal family. So there's a divorce plan in place, and this is the divorce plan. They're not announcing the divorce yet. Is Meghan going to have her pick of roles, post-lockdown? Her reputation is coming under attack, and because of that, she's going to have to get through that reputational attack before people are really, really going to want to be associating with them. I love, come on over, Meghan. I just want to be seen with you. The celebrities they're pretty smart about this. This is their bread and butter. So is publicity. So that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who have bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.